Hello, good evening, and welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live, the last one of 2025. This is our Christmas live special. These are as you can see, the screen's never been this full before. So have a look, because there's some great groups on here tonight, and we're very honoured to have them give their time up and come on here with us. So myself, Paul, and Jenny from Host for Ghosts. You have Angela, South Coast Ghost, Zoe and Kev from Western Supernatural. Graham is one of our EVP specialists. You have Jamie in the middle from Ghost Dragon Investigation. You have Highland Paranormal in the bottom, Liam. Luke's one of our investigators, and Dora's one of the Hosts for Ghosts leading investigators. So welcome all to the Paranormal Monday Night Live. As I say, we appreciate you coming on and spending the time with us tonight. So basically all we're going to do is have a catch up and say thank you for 2025 coming on here and making it such a good success, our show tonight. So we'll ask you a few questions about your year gone and what's coming up. So if you want to let everybody know what you're doing in the year of 2026, and then people can go on your websites. Hello, good evening, Lawrence, Cara, thank you. So come on and send us your comments in and get involved in the show. We have a lot. First time we've had a full screen, so we're a bit surprised, but there you go. So what we'll do is we'll start with Kev from Western Supernatural and Zoe, I imagine. So what sort of year have you had, Kev and Zoe, with the paranormal, I should say?
You carry on, Zoe.
Well, we've done a lot, but it feels like we haven't done a lot, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's been lots of stuff going in the background this year. We've done a lot of background work as well. We have had quite a few trips out, the nunnery being one of my favourites.
I was going to say, what's your highlight of 25?
Yeah, the nunnery, I think. That was because it was relatively close to home, but we got an awful lot out of it. I don't know what Kev's opinion was of the nunnery.
Yeah, that was really good. We used some old police walkie-talkies from I think they were made in 1995.
Yeah,
and we was doing like a vigil upstairs, and the radios were crackling on cue, which was really interesting. We thought we'd try something new. I think we learnt that from another team, and it seemed to be quite successful. And we had lots of strange things like knocks and bangs. I've got to go through a lot of the footage yet. I mean, we've got 8 hours of like times 6, 6 different cameras. We've got to go through all that yet. But it was a very interesting night. Really nice building as well. Lovely history to it.
Nice.
But definitely creepy vibes there.
And do you share your videos online, or do you?
At the moment, we are a little bit behind on going through our footage because obviously trying to get everyone together and going through footage, it's quite difficult. Yeah. But I think what we're going to, I'm working on our website at the moment, which will hopefully launch the first quarter of next year. And I've got some video editing software, so I am making sort of like I like to call them webisodes. I'm going to put them together, and we're going to start launching them on our website. So yes, there will be content coming up fairly soon.
And now, how can people view your website? What's your address?
It's just westernsupernatural.co.uk, all one word.
Cool.
And we've got a YouTube channel. I think there's only one thing on there at the moment, and that was from the Cryptid Conference, our evidence video. So we've got that there at the moment. But yeah, I suppose keep your eyes open. There will be stuff coming up.
Oh, so Andrew, do you have any questions, or?
No, I'm just trying to field all what's going on behind the scenes at the moment. you just run it, and I'll do all the bits behind the scenes.
Oh, okay. So we'll pop to Liam at Highland Paranormal. Hi, Liam.
Hiya, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. So, how's your year been in the paranormal, your events?
It's probably a bit similar to what Zoe was saying. It's been a weird year for us. I actually put a kind of highlights reel together the other week, and we'd done more than I thought we'd done this year. I thought we hadn't done too much, but we have managed to go to a couple of some really good locations. So we were invited to the Banshee Labyrinth in Edinburgh, which is its own tagline, Scotland's most haunted pub. So Phantom Secret Paranormal down in Edinburgh invited us down to that. That was really interesting. We had a really interesting activity with a phone. So the Banshee Labyrinth is part of the Southbridge Vaults, if you know Edinburgh. And we use our phones. They're always on airplane mode, but for taking photos and whatnot. And one of the team had her iPhone sitting on the table. It's on airplane mode. There's actually no signal in the Banshee neither. And one of the other guests with cat ball set up and basically said, well, you set that cat ball off. And straight away, Siri came back and said just simply, no. Now, we've looked into this. We've tried to replicate it. We can't. If your phone's in airplane mode, Siri tells you your phone's in airplane mode. My brother actually is also the manager of the local iPhone store. So I asked him and said, technical question for you. He says, no, it's not possible. So that was definitely our coolest piece of evidence this year. Crathish Castle in Aberdeenshire, we visited a couple of times as well. I wasn't at those ones, but the guys had a lot of activity on both visits there as well. Pool House over on the West Coast. For those of you who's interested in the Titanic, it has links to the Titanic, and it has a room that specifically has a lot of activity, including banging on the wall and replicating basically when people slept in there, they were woken up in the middle of the night, and what they were actually experiencing was the ship sinking.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So again, that was really cool. So yeah, we've been busy, some private work as well. Even managed to get on a ferry boat. That was a first for us. So a wee trip on a ferry boat. But yeah, it's been an okay year.
Wow, you've been busy behind the scenes then.
Yeah,
that's good. And what you're planned into 2026 then?
We're still in the process of pulling things together. We do have, I can't talk about it, and this is really frustrating.
Yeah, cool.
We've got a new location that we will be going into, which has got a lot of history. We're really excited about that. And first quarter of the year we should be announcing that. So yeah, really excited about that. Other than that, at the moment, not much else planned. A few trips away with the team. We are planning, we've been talking about it for a long time now, going to a place called Sandwood Bay. I think I might be exaggerating when I say it's a 4-mile hike to get there. But the beach is supposed to be haunted by a sailor, and there's even reports of a mermaid. So we're looking forward to that as well, something a bit different.
Nice. So you're quite busy going into the new year as well. So you're having a break between the new year, this year and the new year. When you're back out into the field, then
we're straight back out. We've got 2 private cases in January, so we're straight back out in January. Yeah.
So you're quite busy then.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Good for you, Jamie. Ghost Dragon Investigations.
Evening, buddy.
How you doing, mate? Welcome on to Monday Night Paranormal Live. So, what's your highlight of the year then for Ghost Dragon Investigations?
Trying to think now. Probably No Fort. It's got to be the highlight because they've recently opened up the tank room where they found some water tanks, sort of like on the next floor down at Nof.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, you've been in the tank room, haven't you? So
yeah.
We were in there, and I've never heard footsteps so clear and so loud. Like, it's a very tiny room, as you know, and it echoes ridiculously loud, doesn't it? And we had the whole group in there, and we all thought that a group was walking past us, and we thought, we're gonna have to stop the investigation. I literally said, I'm gonna go out the door and tell them, like, we're in here. Walked out, you could still hear the footsteps like fading away, and there was no one. I walked up the corridor, down the corridor, there was no one.
Oh wow,
And
that's a great room.
It was, because when we were sat in there, we started asking questions, and the same as everybody else, got hours of footage to go through and listen to. But Tanya, who's just come in the chat, will verify. As we were asking questions, we were getting full-on knocks on the wall between her and another member to give us yes and no answers. It was,
Wow.
it just never had that sort of like proper intelligent knocking before.
That's
And
incredible, isn't it?
it is, especially like to start with, we're like, oh, is that just like the building maybe doing something? But it went silent, and as soon as you asked a question, the knock started again.
Wow.
So yeah.
Hi, Tanya. Tanya put, Nort was the fun. The water tank was epic. It was between me and Sally too.
Yeah, that was it.
But I'd sent you footage that we'd got from there, didn't I? With a little voice saying, "Mum."
Yeah.
That was in the tank room.
That's
where
right.
me,
You
Luke,
said you had it in the tank room as well.
Yeah. That was where me, Luke, and a couple of others were in there. Where this crash bang as the gate slammed shut, and Luke and his mum were trying to get out the door before the rest of us, which I found unfair.
Yeah.
But great room.
We had two other incidents in there. One where we done the same. We did an EVP actually in the tank room on that bit.
Yeah.
And as I started, like, sort of what people, especially around that time, reciting a bit of the Bible, we had a constant tapping on metal in that, on the EVP, like rapid tapping, like something was acknowledging what we were saying.
Wow.
And the freakiest one there was we come out of there and we're all in like that smaller room by where the tank bit is, and we were just talking amongst ourselves about the evidence we're getting, and it sounded as if some lady had screamed at the top of her voice. It echoed all through the tank room, and then it echoed all around No Fort, and all the host members were trying to get on their walkie-talkies at the same time, asking who was screaming. Everybody heard it, but nobody had actually reacted to it.
Wow.
So nobody was screaming in any of the groups. It was just this loud woman's screech, which echoed right the way around No Fort.
That's incredible, isn't it?
It is. One of our members has actually got it on his phone. Like, you can hear the scream. I've just got to get that off of him, and then I can sort of start sharing the EVP.
He'll cherish that, won't he? Is there very few and far
absolutely.
between them ones?
Yeah, that
Kev,
was just like.
Kev, have you ever been to North Fort? Not the Fort, in Weymouth.
No, haven't been there yet.
There's a place to go, isn't it, Jamie?
Oh, No Fort's amazing. No Fort.
Sounds
The
like one
history
we
there
should
is
do.
just, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a stunning fort, isn't it? The way it's kept and what they've done to it, it's incredible. But you've got to go there, Kev and Zoe, when you get a chance. Go there because it is the most incredible place. You know, it is alive at night, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
we've had some good results there. So we recorded that on in a tank room, and Luke could tell you, you know, we've had bangs and scratches and all sorts going on in there. But it's a very, very great place, really. So
it is.
Oh wow.
So it's worth going there, Kevin. So if you get a chance,
definitely. Weymouth's not too far from us at all.
Yeah, it's in Weymouth, but it's a great place. Got a nuclear bunker, isn't it, as well, Kev? That's right, isn't it?
There's quite a lot to do it. They got like the old batteries along there. You've got Portland just off the way, which has got some it's got like a massive old prison up there. I do know that they've just opened up some of the batteries, so you can actually visit it now and have a walk around. So it might be one on our list to sort of see if they're at a push. They might be interested in doing some investigations there.
Yeah, it'd be worth going. Not the Fort was good.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
What have you got planned for next year that you can tell us? We understand if you can't, but what have you got planned?
Not a lot at the moment. I mean, like everybody else, it seems like the year's gone by so quick and we feel we haven't done enough. But when I go look through what we've actually done, there's been a lot of locations we've been to. I think we're going to sit down with a few others and then start planning out like what locations everyone would be excited to do for next year, what previous locations people have done. I know that some of the team want to go back to Lyme Regis, back to the place where we got probably some of the best activity we've ever had, and see if we can start communicating with that again.
Nice.
So it's just sort of, yeah, we'll just go with the flow and see where it takes us.
Oh, that's good. Graham, welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live, Graham. Graham still there? Graham, are you there? I think it's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
They keep stopping this.
Yeah, it just
You
stopped.
see me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can see you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Graham, welcome to
Oh,
Monday
good.
Night Paranormal Live, last one of the year,
About to see me.
2025. So, thank you for
Yeah.
spending time with us. So, what's been
I
your
missed some of that.
highlight?
Sorry.
That's all right. So, what's been your highlight of
pleasure.
2025 on your
I
EVP?
can't keep breaking up. I don't know if it's mine or yours. You're in.
I don't know. Let me just
Go
have a
on.
look.
It keeps
So
breaking up.
Graham does a lot of EVPs, everybody. At Luggershaw
Oh,
Castle.
yeah.
Have you heard of that? No?
I can't, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's breaking. Well, it's all right now. I can hear you now.
Right.
Yeah. It keeps breaking up every so often. I don't know if it's my end or your or what. Might be
I
my
don't
end,
know.
probably. I'm sat upstairs. I mean, downstairs, so I'm upstairs.
So Graham does a lot of
Yeah.
walking and dog around Luggershaw Castle, and always does EVPs when he's there, always. And it's a shame we can't get some on tonight, but some of the EVPs, the responses he get back. Graham, tell us a bit about the Luggershaw Castle. Whereabouts is it, mate? I think it might be easy, mightn't it?
Yeah.
Can everybody else hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all been clear, mate.
There must be.
Yeah, I can see you.
Graham's end. Yeah, I think you're frozen, mate.
Yeah, I think it might be. I'm up. Am I?
Yeah, we're still
Not
there.
froze.
Yeah, we got you. You're back.
Was I waving my hands?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
I was waving my hands.
yeah, we
Yeah.
got you.
What would you
Tell
like
us
to
a bit
know?
about the
Anything?
castle.
Okay. Well, the castle is a ruin, basically. It's about 4 or 5 miles from where I live in Andover. Luggershaw Castle, it's called. It's a.
Definitely is Ed.
There's no main. The only bit that's really there is the tower. The rest of it's just like foundation walls. But I go there about once a week with my dog. Take him. Oh, sometimes with my wife as well. She comes as well. But I take my dog for a walk, and when I go, I take my voice recorder, and every time I go, I ask out questions on my voice recorder. The whole time I'm there, and I'm only there for about an hour at the most. So I ask questions. I've got a lot of I know a bit of the history about the place, and I know for a fact that we're in contact with King Henry III, his wife Eleanor, and I also know there's another spirit there called Obi, who likes to be called Dom. And there's a few other spirits there as well, and I've got quite a few recordings of for the last 2 years really. I record. I write them all in a book, and I write everything about what time it is and everything. The whole thing about the recordings, and I've got them logged in a book. And I've caught so many. I mean, I can't believe some of the stuff that they say, and it's clear as day. Responses.
Yeah,
Incredible, really.
yeah,
Like,
they are.
I mean, if I say like I went last Tuesday. And this is just an example of one trip, but this was last Tuesday. I got out the car. Absolutely nobody on the site at all. I get out the car, and as I got the car out the car, this female voice said, "Come on." Clear as anything. And they were saying there was nobody anywhere. There was nobody around anywhere. That was the first one. And then about, I don't know, 10 minutes later, I recorded a voice. I was saying about the weather, how bad it was. It was a horrible day. It was really wet and windy and weren't very nice, really. I shouldn't have gone, really, but I did. I don't think the dog liked it too much.
Yeah.
But, I said about the weather, and I didn't expect it to be like this. And a voice said, "You're right." Actually said, "You're right," very clear, but you said, "You're right." And just before that, there was a whisper of my name.
Oh wow!
Whispered Graham, the female voice.
Huh.
So, and then that was that one, and the next one was even better because I was at the castle. I think it was at the tower, around where the tower is. I said about my wife, because my wife had gone to Salisbury that day, and that's why I went up the castle. I thought, well, I always go up when she goes off somewhere. I always go up the castle.
Yeah.
I said, I mentioned the fact that my wife had gone to Salisbury, and I give her some money to spend for Christmas. And when I said that, this voice said, "No shit." As clear as that. Straight after I said Christmas, he said, "No shit." Now, it weren't me, because I don't say that. I never swear. I never say anything when I'm talking to the spirits or anything. I never say anything like that.
Yeah.
But he said, Did you hear it, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear
clear,
it
wasn't it?
recording, can't you?
It's just like, yeah, it was quite. Yeah, it was quite, and I slowed it up as well, so you can actually hear it even slow. When you slow the recording up, you could hear it clearer. But he said, I mean, I've never heard that. I mean, I've heard this voice before, and I think there's a certain spirit there that doesn't want us there, doesn't like us being there.
Right.
So,
it's good evidence.
So anyway, and then the next one, there was another one. Well, this is another one. So in the same visit, I was saying about this chap Obi. And I said, is Obi and Dob the same person? I knew it was because I'd already, but I sort of wanted to check just in case. And he said, yes. You can hear him say yes in the background, just a little yes, but it was a male voice saying yes. His name's Dob.
Right.
But his actual name, when I first heard his name mentioned, captured him about a year ago, a year or so. He said, Obi here. And this that was out of the blue. I was just asking if any spirits, and he said that. So, and then I found out his name was Dob later on. Likes to be called Dob.
Yeah.
Well, I've had a million. That was just one visit.
Yeah.
4 figures, and I was only there for 33 minutes. You know, I mean, I wasn't there for long. I don't go there for very long. Especially that Tuesday was a horrible day. I mean, I left a bit earlier, so it wasn't very nice. But brilliant! I mean, to capture that, I didn't expect to capture on anything. I didn't,
No.
But I just don't know where it all comes from. I mean, the clear voices, where they come from? It must come from somewhere.
Who knows? Thanks for that, Graham. Chris, over to you.
I
How's
don't
your
know.
year been?
That's just one place. That's just one visit. I say I've had a million visits. I go there. I've been going for the last 2 years. So,
Okay, thanks, Graham. We'll come back to you in a sec. Chris.
You.
Me?
Yeah, okay.
How's your year been?
Pretty good. So first, some apologies. First, sorry I'm late. It's the first time I turned this laptop on since February and nothing worked. Secondly, couldn't get the light working in here. Don't know what's happened. Thirdly, me and Daniel are double booked, so he's on the other podcast already.
All right.
And so I've got to shoot and join him in a few minutes, but you're overbooked as well. So you need some of us to
That's the
But highlight of this year is the release of My Bigfoot Life on Amazon Prime. Get a little plug in there. But we also went to Pennsylvania back in August and did some filming and went to a conference, and that was pretty amazing stuff. And I was gifted some casts of Bigfoot footprints from Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all in all, really exciting year. And we got lots going on next year, but I just received a message saying, don't tell them about that. We're not announcing that.
So, Daniel, then, isn't it?
I've learned my lesson the hard way. Do as you're told. But no, thanks for having me on also briefly. But
no, thank you for coming.
No, we'll be back next year, and I will jump ship and create space because you got lots of guests.
Thank you.
And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to you, mate. Happy New Year.
All right. See you later.
Take care. Say hi to Daniel if he comes on.
Yeah, well.
Oh, okay. So, right. Who else is sitting there, Angela? Anyway,
Yeah,
I'll
we've
just
got
throw
Andy
this
coming
quick.
on in a second.
Who?
Andy Decodes.
All right. Okay. So here's a question for all of you. What's your go-to piece of equipment when you're out and about?
Oh, for us at the moment, the Ovilus is pretty good.
Mine's still the dowsing rods. They've
Oh,
never,
the
they've
dowsing
never
rods,
failed
yeah.
me.
It's difficult because we do a lot of table tipping, and that's been incredible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the problem is each one of them complements the other, and they sort of work together. So I suppose picking out an individual one for us is quite difficult.
Yeah. Wow. So do
Lately,
you
it's
find
been
it
myself.
Sorry, say that again.
I said lately, it's been myself. That's been the most in tune with the spiritual world. Angela can vouch for that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's Captain Mallet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was
Hello.
Hi, Andy. Welcome.
How's it going? Everyone okay?
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Oh, right, she's been on the vino.
Looking after the grandchildren. I need a bloody drink.
Sounds like you have one, love.
Yeah. Probably. So, well, Andy, how's your year been this year?
Oh, amazing, pretty much. Well, I'm not thinking, but I'll start off at the beginning. Got to meet you guys. So there's yourself, Kev, Alan, Angela. I'm just looking at the names in the chat in the room to see who's there. Zoe, was you there? I think you was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there.
And then I got the chance to go over to Gettysburg. I meet everyone that I knew in America.
Nice.
Like Nicole, the co-host, and spent a week in Pennsylvania. That was pretty cool. Didn't get nothing on the battlefield. So, but it's an experience just to go there anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
So,
nice. No, I'm all right, thank you. That was good then. It's a busy year there, really, travelling, didn't you?
yeah. And then I did Bosworth Hall about 2-3 months ago. Was there for 4 days, 4 nights. That was good. I think I just go to socialise and network because I never ever get anything. Like paranormal wise, I just absolutely nothing whatsoever. The odd little thing here and there, but you can't like pinpoint it. It's going to be something particular, and that's kind of way I've done the transition from suppose paranormal, i.e., ghosts and spirits, back to UFOs, aliens, and cryptids. Because since doing that, it's gone through the roof, literally. It's just everything is, and I think that's where my passion lies, is with the UFOs, alien type of stuff. I've got a lot more knowledge of that than what I have the spirit world. So,
So Andy runs Alienate. It's definitely worth getting on the website and having a look. It's some incredible stuff, and he does investigate some incredible places as well. So well worth anything about UFOs. He's your man. He's your man to go to.
I won't go that far. I know enough. I think. So
I think you do. Don't think you know a bit more than enough, mate.
I don't know, but I still enjoy going out. It's like going out doing the paranormal investigating. I've kind of knocked that on the head a bit. I'll still go out and do the meetups in that because it's great to just meet people and just spend time with them and share encounters and to get to know people on a personal level as well, not just like the paranormal side to it. But I think because people used to say to me, what do you go looking for? And even if I went to a cemetery, I'd probably spend 90% of the time looking up at the sky anyway. I'm not going to look for a ghost. You know what I mean? I'm going to find anything there unnatural, like as Kev's got Western supernatural, anything unknown regardless of what it is, like shadow people, or it could be absolutely anything.
Yeah.
I'm not like plugged into one particular genre. So, and I think, and I've gone to some places, and there was at the Priest Cottage in Leeds a couple of months back, and we was doing a nighttime investigation there after done some guest speaking, and everyone was getting some EVPs, getting stuff on K2 meters, REM pods. I'm going in these rooms on my own. I had this little camera set up via my phone, and I'm just sat in these rooms, no one else about, nothing, didn't feel anything, no smell. It was just, and I just thought, I don't feel that this is me anymore.
Oh yeah.
And I think since having that thought process, since moving away from paranormal as such, things have become better.
Right.
It felt like there's a weight lifted off me. I appreciate everyone that does it, that goes out and they get these fantastic footage, like most of you guys do anyway. You'll get EVPs, you'll get movement, stuff being shifted about, you'll hear like the voices, or you'll feel something touch you and all that. Now and again, I get a little bit. But if someone's getting that all the time, then yes, stick with it. But if you're not getting it, I just don't see the point of keep pushing and pushing for something that's just either never going to happen, or it's only going to happen now and again.
Yeah.
But like with the UFOs, I was saying the other day the other week, if I want to do a skywatch, I don't even have to go outside. I can just stick my head out the window. Don't have to go anywhere. It is, obviously, there are some places where you go and you've got a better, there's less light pollution, you've got a bigger horizon and all that kind of stuff, so you've more chance of seeing something. But I just find that's more me than anything else.
I think you've done the right thing. I absolutely think you've done the right thing because you're going with the flow. Absolutely going with the flow. Yeah, definitely. Because when we get blocked like that in a certain direction, that's not the way to go, is it? You're getting blocked for a reason.
Yeah.
So you're going in the right direction, I would say.
Right.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Right. Just put my 2 pennies worth in.
That's fine. I'll let you. I've seen what damage you can do, so it's all good.
Well, they always say in whatever you do, trust in your gut. So that's the best thing to do, is just go with that gut feeling, and it usually leads you in the right direction.
Yeah, like I said, I'll still go wandering around cemeteries and derelict buildings and what have you, just having a look round. But I'm not going with the intent to investigate, to capture something. If I see something, great, I'll try and get a video or a photo of it. But I'm not, that isn't my main aim to go to these places anymore.
Yeah. So your heart's taking you to the UFOs and the cryptids and that now.
Yeah.
That's where you're heading.
It's kind of always been that, to be honest. So.
Right. So what have you got planned for 2026 then?
Just more podcasts. So I'm doing 3 a week now.
3 a week? Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've just done one now. We only started it a couple of weeks ago. So you know Abby Dent, who we met in Bridgeport? So me and Abby are doing what we call the UFO files on a Monday. So we do between 30 minutes to an hour, and we talk about different people's encounters, our own encounters, stuff we found on the internet, any footage that we can find. We talk about it. Is it real? Is it fake? And we just keep it short, sweet, as direct as we can, as much information, and then leave it open.
Yeah.
And as well, we're kind of playing on it with drawing traffic to the YouTube channel as well. So me and Abby do that on a Monday. On a Wednesday, me and Nicole have started doing, we've done our first one. These are all going to be pre-recorded in the new year. We're doing Encyclopedia of the Unknown. Okay. So we're starting at the letter A, going right the way through to Z. So we've got 4 topics for each letter. In reality, we've got 8 years worth of content to do every Wednesday for 8 years if we did one a week. So, but we're not that cruel. So we're doing one each. So we both did the letter A. I did alien abduction. Nicole did apparitions.
Okay.
So we spoke about that, and then we compared to see if we could get a connection between the two. And then next time we do one, we'll go to B and then C and just go through the alphabet. So I've used ChatGPT to give me a list of everything in the world of paranormal from A to Z, because I think I'd have got stuck at around G. I'd still be thinking of something. So then that way we know we've got it, and then we just do the research into whatever topic it is that we're going to talk about, like the week prior to it.
Yeah, nice.
And then the Friday one, which is a normal Alien 8 UK, we've called that the Power Hour, and that's more. It's going to be like this, so it's going to be a panel. So there's going to be at least 4 of us: myself, Nicole, Abby, possibly Tommy. You know Tommy Cullen from Let's Get Freaky. Yeah. And David from Down the Rabbit Hole, or David Don't Know.
Yeah.
He's got quite a big following on Instagram and that. He's coming on board as well. So between Tommy and David, they're going to like shift swap on a Friday.
Yeah.
And then we'll have like guests on as well. But rather than, because I don't like the term interviewing someone, I prefer it as a chat.
Yeah.
You know, like when like me, you and Kev and Zoe and that, and we stood around and we was just talking about what we do and what we've got and the way we go about it. It's more that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just a general chat, and then see what triggers, what comes up, and just go from there. And that way it's organic as well.
Yeah. It's like meeting people with the same interests, isn't it? You know,
exactly.
You know, on that cryptid conference, it was great meeting Western Supernatural and, you know, all of yourself. I know I've been a follower of you for a while before we'd met, hadn't I?
Yes.
I'd known you for a while. And then we finally met at the cryptid conference, didn't we?
Yeah. So, and I made you tell the time slip story.
Yeah. You made me tell that, didn't you, to everybody?
Well, it's just an amazing thing to happen. That's going to be one of those that will stick with me forever because of how it transpired from the beginning to end, the research afterwards, and all the time and effort that went into it, and still zero answers.
Yeah, we never really got to the bottom of it. I think obviously Kev and Zoe had heard this story. I don't know, Jamie, if you've ever heard it, or Graham, the story about a friend of mine that time slipped.
Can't remember off the top of my head, to be honest.
Yeah, it was the one in the pub. Yeah, do you remember that?
Fascinating.
Yeah,
it's an incredible story for a guy. The sort of what validates it is that he doesn't want to talk about it. You know, he'd never go anywhere and never talk about it. You know, he doesn't mind me talking about his experience. But when I've asked him to come on and, you know, just give it in his own words, he said, "No, I'm not doing that. No. I had an escape. I got away, and that's enough for me. I don't want to relive what I went through." To me, that sort of validates the story, really. You know, it's just the most incredible story. You probably only ever hear that once in a lifetime, really, because I don't think I've ever met anybody else that's had that similar sort of experience, to be honest with you. I don't know if anybody else on here's ever had that, but I don't know.
I've had a woman that might have had a time slip. I'll tell you quickly. So I was working up in Edinburgh, and there's me and a lad called Jack, and we were staying at the hotel right opposite Edinburgh train station, right in the centre. And we'd gone out to get a pizza, and this woman pulled up in the car. She goes, "Oh, can you help me? I'm lost." All right, okay. She goes, "I won't tell you the location of where she's getting back to." She goes, "I need to get back to this particular place." She goes, "I'm picking me son-in-law and daughter up. I've just dropped them off at the theatre." And this was only about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, right? So centre of Edinburgh. I went, "So where are you trying to get back to?" She went, "Leeds." And me and Jack just looked at each other like, surely she would have seen the giant flag saying "Welcome to Scotland." It's like you can't miss it. It's enormous. But she said it only took her about an hour and a half, 2 hours from where she dropped him off to where she was in Edinburgh. Now I live in Northampton now, but I'm from Manchester originally, and we used to drive up to Scotland quite a lot. And Manchester's quite enough on par with Leeds. and it'd take you at least 5 hours to get to Leeds to get to Edinburgh from Manchester. And that's with no traffic. Just keep going, doing the speed limit all the way. It'd take you at least 5 hours. So how she did it, even if it took her 2.5 hours, that's half the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not getting back there before like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. She goes, I need to get there in like 40 minutes. Oh. But at the time, we just thought, had she been drinking? Was she just... But she wasn't Scottish. She was English. She had a Yorkshire accent.
Right.
Me and Jack just looking at each other like, you're not going to do it. Even if you got a jet, you're not going to get back in time. It's just not feasible. And that's the only one that I think either some sort of abduction, portal, time slip, something otherworldly went on, I believe.
Wow. Have you heard of that one, Liam?
No, not that. I've not heard anybody in Edinburgh reporting that before. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like she just pulled up. She's in like a little Golf or a Fiesta or something. She goes, I just need to get back to Leeds.
That's crazy.
And we're like, are you like winding us up or something? But she was adamant. She's nicely dressed. Like, she wasn't, you tell she wasn't on anything, but we thought she might have had a couple of tipples or something. But she's like, those smart office clothes, bag, purse, rings, watch, and all that. Nothing that would make you think, nah, she's just nicked this car. It was nothing like that. But everything seemed legit, other than where she was come from and where she needed to get back to.
Wow.
I knew a lady who I knew her well, and she told me that one day she was driving down the road in Inverness, and suddenly she said it felt like time stopped, and she knew the answers to everything. And she said literally seconds later, click, she was back in the real world driving along the road.
Wow.
Ooh.
You know, she was a very spiritual person. I have no doubt what she was telling me was legit, because she used to go on about it afterwards and saying, damn, for so many seconds I knew everything. But she said it was so bizarre. And it was just a short trip. It wasn't even far from her house. She was just making a short trip in her car.
That's mad.
She said it was like she'd time stopped. She had no concept of time while this was happening to her, and she had the answers to everything, and then again back into the real world and nothing, all gone.
I was just about to ask that. How long are these time slips supposed to be?
I don't know. Actually. I mean,
is
there's
it like a variation of to the person and their experience?
Yeah.
Because now you said that, I've done a lot of work and I've had to go past Stonehenge quite a lot. And there's a certain part on that 303 where there's been multiple times. It's as if I've just like been driving along and I've just spaced out for what I could say would be about 15 miles. And then I've sort of just suddenly sort of come round and I thought, how the fucking hell have I got here? And I'm like, I can't even remember that stretch of road and yet I'm still on it.
That's incredible, isn't it?
But it's past a certain point. I've had that experience just past Stonehenge.
Have you heard of anything there, Andy? At Stonehenge?
Me?
Yeah.
I've only ever been past it twice. So
I've seen it so many times now, I could probably draw it in the head now.
Well, I said I'd seen it twice. That was twice in one day. Yeah, pretty much.
I had a similar sort of thing one night when I was on the motorbike coming back. I'd been on a paranormal night down in Brighton. Quite a hectic night. Lots going on. So I was riding back, and like you do, you go through all the process of thinking about the evidence and what you saw and what you got and all of that. And I came to a place, I came off the motorway down to a roundabout, go left and up what they call the Caterham bypass. It's like about near where we live. So I'm on the bike, 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that, maybe a little bit early. And you go up a slight hill, so you climb up the dual carriageway and up over the top. As I got to the top, for a split second, everything stopped. And I'm sort of sat on the bike looking around thinking, why, what? And I couldn't process it. And as I looked to my left, I saw a woman standing there in white on the side of the road. And I'm thinking, what's she doing out this time? And a split second, I was back moving again. Literally a split second. So I sort of looked it up, and there'd been a woman killed on the Caterham bypass, and she's often seen. So I said this to a friend of mine who's on a radio show, and he's an ambulance, a paramedic. And they were coming back in an ambulance one day after a shout, and they were coming up the Caterham bypass, and they saw this woman in white. And he said that it just seemed to stop. He didn't know really. So they stopped and got her on board the ambulance, and then said, "Oh, where are you going?" She didn't say anything. And they thought they would take her to the A&E because she was like only had this white dress on. And halfway to the A&E, they looked in the back to make sure she was all right, and she was gone. So, you know, that's a paramedic. You can imagine what they see.
Yeah.
So, Dora.
Yeah.
What's been your highlight of 2025?
I can't remember if that was this year. Bombay Sapphire Distillery.
Oh yeah.
January.
Yeah, that was quite good. Next to that gate when we heard that woman voice, and we literally just, was gonna go back to the base room, and me and you just stopped next to the gate, and all the door next to the gate started rattling, and we heard that woman voice.
Yeah.
So it was no one on the other side of the gate. The gate was locked. No staff or anyone. That was quite good. Yeah.
I thought Tangmere Aircraft Museum was good.
Yeah, that was also, yeah. It was good to speak in Polish and get responses back.
Oh, absolutely. We went to Tangmere Aircraft Museum, and we were there asking out in like normal language. And we weren't getting a great deal of lot there, a lot of responses. So Dora said, well, I think there was a Polish air crew that was stationed there. So
yeah, they were.
Just tell them the story, Dora. It was incredible, wasn't it?
So yeah, we didn't have much going on. And I went to Paul. I said, because I'm not very coming out and talking person. So I went to Paul. I say, if we just break up of the group, just me and you, and just go further down the museum, I'm gonna speak in Polish and maybe we get some responses. So we did. We went down to the aisle, where you was allowed to walk around the planes, and who put his EVP on, and under one of the aircrafts there was a sensor which light up in lights, kind of like a police car would flash. And soon as I start speaking Polish, all that flash comes on and carry on going. And you can hear on EVP some responses as well.
In Polish, wasn't it? The responses we got back were in Polish. So I don't know whether any of you have thought, sorry, but we tried it and we had orbs coming out, we had everything going, all because Dora was calling out in Polish. So it makes you wonder sometimes if we're calling out in English, whether spirits in the location can actually understand us.
We've done that. Yeah, we've done that up Ham Hill, quite local to us. It's had a lot of settlements up there, and the Romans spent a lot of time up there. So we were doing the typical calling out English. We got little bits and bobs, and we got to a certain part which was apparently heavy with Roman activity, and my mate started speaking out in Latin, like a certain Latin what they'd understand, and out of nowhere we're in the middle of the field and the K2 goes from green to red.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
As in something came forward, and then it was hard to say whether they were responses around us because obviously we're out in the open. But then there was a lot of noises that were quite unexplainable at the time because nothing of that sort of nature was happening until we started speaking in Latin.
That's incredible.
That's really interesting. We've got a Gaelic speaker in our team now. We took a Gaelic speaker on because even going back to the kind of early 1900s, there's parts of the west coast of Scotland where Gaelic was the main language. We'd done sessions with Rods and we were getting complete gobbledygook, and then you start communicating in Gaelic and suddenly you're getting answers. So yeah, I firmly believe that if you can communicate with the native language, go for it. We've also got a French speaker, so we've done some work with that. Obviously, Scotland's got a lot of ties to France, and if you go real back in history in Scotland, there's parts of kind of Scotland and North Africa, French knights and whatnot as well. It's kind of old format. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we've done the same thing at a private farm. We know this private farm has a lot of Roman ruins on it. So you still got like in amongst like the forestry, there's still the outlines of like Roman villas, and the wells are still there that they used to have. And we got like the Roman bridge. And to start with, when we were first getting used to how to like fully communicate, we'd speak in English, but then say the spirit boxes and that were coming out with, like you said, a bit of gobbledygook that you didn't understand. So then when we started thinking about it, it's like, well, if this is Roman ruins, what way they spoke? So we did the research, and then we started doing the same, started trying to talk in Latin. And then we started getting responses through other bits of like the devices and whatnot. So it was as if like the barrier had been broken and we'd finally had the communication they were wanting.
Wow. Kevin, Zoe, do you have someone that like on your team that can like speak Latin, or how do you communicate if you're in a building that's the 13 and 1400s?
I actually don't think we've ever thought about it before.
No, I mean, well, we when we joined Cryptid Southwest Paranormal, Cryptid Paranormal Investigation Southwest. When we joined them on investigation, Ian and his wife was talking in German, and we were getting a lot of responses back on the K2s, etc. But unfortunately, I only know English, American, bad English, Australian. They're the only languages I know. So
I could probably try some Pidgin English.
Yeah. How funny.
I tell you what is handy is using a bit of Google Translate.
I was just actually looking at that on my phone. On my computer.
That's how we first started trying to do it. We were like, I don't really know Latin. I'll just plug it in on there and see what it does.
Does it actually do Latin?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Does it? I'll have to try that.
You can like basically put it in on English, and then you can put what language you want down the side and click it, and it will actually. It's a bit robotic, but it will say it in Latin, and then if you want, you can rephrase it like through your own tongue.
There you go.
Interesting. I'll have to try that.
We're all going to be learning Latin.
But it's always finding, like, once you start finding the history of the places you actually get activity, it's like once you know the sort of the barriers you've got to break down, especially language, it makes a massive difference.
Yeah. I mean, like Dora was saying, when we spoke in Polish, it became catcalls going off, lights going off, orbs, tap, knocks, didn't it, Dora? It was.
Yeah. It's also, we went to Oxford Castle.
Yeah.
And me and Jenny, we went down the stairs, and there was a couple of people doing Ouija board.
Oh yeah.
So I stood next to them, and Jenny joined them on the board, and the glass was moving, on the letters, and Jenny was like, "Oh, that's just gibberish." I say, "No, carry on. She went, "Why?" I say, "Speak in Polish." And spell out name and the surname of the spirit in Polish.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got a
Kind
good
of makes you
question
wonder
for
when
someone.
you. Sorry, Karen.
Has anyone got any extensive knowledge of spirit boards?
Yes.
Okay, so even Angela backed me up on this. Why does the spirit board stop me communicating with it?
We have a person on our team, actually a medium. Every time she goes on the board, just goes dead.
Yeah, that's what happens with me.
Yeah.
It tells me to get off the board.
Yeah.
But Fiona can stand back and ask questions, and the board will answer.
Yes, the same for me.
Yeah.
But she can't. She goes on the board. It just goes.
How weird
It's
is
the same
that?
with the table as well. She can't be on the table either.
Angela, what happened? What happened at Shepton Mallet? What happened as soon as I touched the board?
Yeah, it's like
as I touched
it's
the
not
table,
answering anything.
dead.
Yeah. And
Want
then
me
it
to
said,
back
"Do you
away
want?"
from it? It's
Yeah. Do you
really
want Jamie
weird.
to move the board? Yes. Okay then.
But also, we find it depends what place you're at, because like at Shepton Mallet, obviously it was a prison full of men, wasn't it? Most of all.
Mostly, yeah.
And then we found if males go on the table, sometimes they're very reluctant to talk. If females go on the table, bang, it goes nuts. I don't know whether it's like intimidation or what, but sometimes we find as soon as a man goes on the table, it dies. Sometimes they prefer men on the table and not women.
Yeah,
so
that's
I think it depends where you are and what's happened in that place.
Yeah, we had a lot of that in the granary section where they used to make people go on the big wooden wheel to crush the grain up. It didn't want any male spirit, any male people in the room when the board was going. We had to walk to the next room across, and then all the ladies got on the spirit board and etc. And it was just really active.
Yeah,
didn't want us anywhere near it.
Yeah,
it's funny how that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tanya Marie's put Warmley Clock Tower speaking French. I've had a response, and also had Welsh on a board at Shepton Mullet. Luckily, I speak both. That's incredible, isn't it? I think sometimes we forget, don't we? We go crashing in there. Can you do this? Can you do that? And we forget that the English dialect's changed, isn't it?
Oh, dramatically.
Have you ever thought, Graham? Have you ever thought about that when you go to Ludgershall Castle?
Well, yeah, in a way, yeah, because I've had some words that I can't quite make out, which sound quite foreign.
Right.
They're said, you can hear them being said, but you can't work out. I had one time where I said about I was in the chapel and I said about there was a drop over a wall, and this male voice said "gracias." Who was that? Gracias. Now that's Spanish. Right.
Spanish,
so and after he said that, there was a sentence of totally different language to English. It was totally different. It wasn't English. It was some other language. It might have been Spanish. I don't know. So I don't know in the 12th century or 13th century whether they spoke French here and all the different languages here, because they all mixed and mingled. I think in those times. Yeah. And there was obviously a lot of visitors. The king must have invited a lot of people to the castle for hunting and stuff, because it was a hunting lodge.
Yeah.
In those days. And there might have been I've had words like a nurchi said, which I couldn't never find out what that meant. A nurchi, which sounds Italian.
Yeah.
I've had other words, other things said. I think it's like also they spoke Old English in those days.
Yeah.
They might not understand. They might not understand modern English.
Yeah,
they might understand the odd word. They might understand the odd word of what we're saying, or different. They don't understand everything we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here lies another question. Do you think spirits do actually learn modern language? Because obviously they've got plenty of time on their hands.
Well,
yes, they do. I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
I imagine they get an understanding of like what you're trying to say. For sure. Especially if people, you go to a haunted location and there's X amount of like investigations over the year, they must like grasp what people are trying to say.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I quite agree. Yeah, because I think with all the responses I get, mostly you can understand them in English.
Yeah.
Even the women. I mean, I'm sure we're in contact with Eleanor, who is Queen Eleanor, who was Henry's wife. Well, she was French, but the answers I get are English. They are like they're not even a French accent.
Yeah.
You know, they're just English. So I think they do learn over the years. Yeah, and they also learn about technology. You know, technology and stuff as we go along.
Yeah.
They're very clever, the spirits. I think they're more clever than we are. They can do anything that we can't do.
See,
They can do everything that we can't do.
Sorry,
because we try to avoid words like antenna and device. We
Yeah.
try to use simple words like box and
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
The thing is-
usually say the magic speaking box.
yeah.
Well, trouble is, at the
Obviously, if they're
castle,
yeah, because if spirits are not used to, even
No.
though you try explaining what it is, if they're not used to it and they sort of maybe fear it, if you like break
Yeah.
it down to some simpler terms they'd understand, like they'd
Yeah.
obviously understand like magic, especially, and like a
Yeah.
speaking box, that might make it a bit more like, okay, so this is something I sort of understand. Maybe I can
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah. I think Tanya's put, no, I don't believe they do. Understanding, yes, but I think spelling's not always.
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's quite true, actually, isn't it? You know, you think maybe they weren't very well educated back in them days, were they? Like we
Well,
are now. You know.
Exactly. I mean, this is what we find on the Ouija board. Quite often, we come across a spirit that can't talk,
Yes.
and we have to say then we stick to simple questions, yes and no, and maybe numbers. But yeah, we do get quite a lot actually there in this room.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that because we've had some responses, and you're like looking down, going, "Well, you've gone PV, then you've gone C." I'm sorry,
Yeah.
can you repeat? And then they say the same thing again, and you're like, "No, I'm lost now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know what we're trying to say here."
I don't know what I mean.
Yeah.
Look, Tanya's, but we use a box light almost to teach them. Yeah, I think sometimes we go flying in with all this modern day equipment, expecting them to touch and put the lights on and do this and do that, and they're not sure, are they? They've not seen things like that before. They've probably never seen anything like flashes lights and makes a bleeping noise and things like that. So, Luke, what's your highlight of 2025?
Quite liked Merley House. And I saw your camera. Saw a camera roll on the sofa, like someone pushed it.
That was interesting, wasn't it?
Was that in the is it like the conference room?
No,
Upstairs.
In the basement, yeah.
That was in the basement.
Yeah.
It's
I put the
interesting.
camera up on the arm of the sofa because we were sort of doing a bit on the table.
Yeah.
And then it was solidly on the chair, so there's no way it would have. We weren't near it, so nobody knocked it. And we heard this noise. Myself and Luke looked over, and the camera had actually come off the side and was rolling along the sofa.
Yeah, I got agreed. Merley is good.
Yeah, that was. We had
because that's where you when we spoke. I think you've been prior, and we just been to Merley, and then you started talking about the girl who got pushed over the banister,
That's it,
and we were getting the same responses.
Yeah,
and we didn't know nothing about that.
No, I didn't. It's just what I saw upstairs when I was standing there. I think I was with Gemma and Cheryl, and it was just like we couldn't go any further. We were stopped dead, and we couldn't go any further. And I remember standing there, sort of thinking, "When, we're feeling something. I love Merley. We should go back again, Jamie."
Yeah, definitely.
We were standing there, and it's the strangest thing, I knew something was going to happen, and I'm looking around. And all of a sudden, I saw the spirit of a man walk past me, but he was waving his finger at this girl, and she was backing up. And the last thing I saw was her feet disappear over the banister. So I quickly run forward to look over the banister, thinking someone's gone over, and obviously no one was there. And then the energy shifted, and we could go into like the conference room around the back of it.
Yeah.
So when I went downstairs, I asked one of the ladies that was running the place, and I said to her about what I'd seen. She said, "How do you know that?" I said, because I've just seen it. I've just seen that happen. And she said, yeah, that's true. The master of the house was upset with one of his daughters, was telling her off. She slipped and went straight over the banisters and sadly passed away as she hit the floor. So, yeah, it's a great place to go. Have you ever been there, Zoe or Kev?
No,
where
not
is
Mulled
it?
House.
Wimborne. Yeah, Wimborne.
Wimborne,
Oh,
Dorset.
Swindon way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of Dorset way towards.
Just on the outskirts of Poole, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's another place you should go. Take your team.
It was good.
I've got a video that I keep.
Especially
Early house is
down in the
amazing.
basement.
Oh, the basement, yeah. That bloody scarecrow.
Yeah, Jamie
bloody scarecrow down there. Jesus.
Me and Jen had a bit of an issue with the scarecrow, didn't we?
Yeah, so did I. Didn't see it till I turned around. It was all dark in there. Turned me torch, and there's the scarecrow with his arms up at me. It's like, what?
I could see Jenny outside.
Yeah, I was down there with Jen and a few people. We could hear talking, and sort of the scarecrow like in the back of a corner. Zoe and Kevin, Graham, and so it was sort of behind the doorway. So we were doing a bit in the basement. So I said, Jen said, "Oh, I want to go, but I haven't got a torch." I said, "Oh, okay, I'll come with you. I'll show you the stairs because you go out through the kitchen and back up the stairs."
Yeah.
So as we got to the end of the basement, the door, I turned around to show Jen the door frame, like where the door was, and I couldn't see her. There was this black mass, complete darkness in front of me. And then, of course, Jen screamed. I must have stepped back, and the scarecrow touched my belt. And I thought, it's got me, something's got hold of me. And I looked back, and the arms are like bouncing up and down. I thought, I thought someone had grabbed me, and it was a scarecrow.
Oh, bloody thing. There was a dragon down there at one point as well.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be even more scary.
Oh, it was.
So funny. But I'd actually lost sight of Jen. There was this black mass standing in front of us. And we couldn't see each other, even though we were across the doorway together. It was
quite an eerie basement.
Yes.
I've got an actual video that I keep meaning to post up.
Yeah.
But I keep forgetting. So it's one of the like business rooms upstairs. You've got the bar, then you got like the big sort of, I guess it's like where they do weddings, and then there's like a little meeting room just off of that.
Yeah.
Big fireplace in it. We've had one of our members. There's like there's a door, and then when you go through the door, there's like quite a lot of wedding stuff in like the bit that's close to the front end. She stood by that door, and we're going, right, we can hear some knocking. We're not sure if it's the floor. Can you give us a clear sign? And with that, it sounds like someone runs up to that big door and just boots it as hard as they can. It is so loud. You hear it clear as day on the camera.
Wow.
Nevertheless, Sally just runs like completely.
Yeah. Well, we had a similar down in the basement. You know, down in the basement is that long table in that room with the sofas.
Yes. Yeah.
We were sitting there doing it. There was myself, Luke, Gemma. Who else was in there, Luke? Cheryl, was it?
Amy.
Oh, Amy and your mum, wasn't it?
Dora?
No, I don't think Dora was in there. I think she was with you.
No, that was before I came, because I came late.
Yeah, so we were sitting there doing the calling out, and the room kept getting light and dark, light and dark, but you couldn't really place your thing. So I sort of called out, Spirit, if you're there, can you please make a noise? We know you're here. And there was the biggest bang on the table, wasn't there, Luke? Like somebody had actually slammed their hand on the table. Gemma didn't know which way to run because she blamed me for shutting the door of the basement. Because I said, "Oh, let's shut the door." She went, "Oh, do we have to?" In case I said, "It'd be all right, it'd be fine." Because there's this biggest bang on the table, like someone literally had slammed their hand down on the table, didn't it, Luke? Gemma's running around the room screaming, not knowing which way door to run out of. We're all sort of jumped because Gemma's jumped, and it was just It's if you ever get a chance to go there. Kevin, so go take your team now. I think you'll be very impressed.
Oh yeah, I've made a note of that. Yeah, I'll definitely go there.
That's where I got the XLS footage of the figure in the pram.
Oh right, yeah. Is that there? Was it?
Yeah, that was there. So you know where that big table is with the sofas.
Yeah.
You got another room adjacent to it. It's like quite like a narrow one. That was where like the pram was and all that in there.
That's right.
It's
Storage
on the
room.
back of the hallway in the basement.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
a very
Yeah.
long room. I went there on my own and it was so creepy.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's where, because we set the XLS up on a pod. We don't actually hold it. So like there's no like movement, so it creates stick figures. And then and when we're stood there, you can see there's 2 stick figures picking up 2 people stood there. The pram's next to the person, and then this long-legged figure is sat in the pram next to him.
Wow. That's crazy. Great place.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well worth taking your team to, Kevin, Zoe. I think you'll have an impressive night there.
I feel like I need a notebook to jot all these places down. There's like loads that you guys have mentioned. I'm like, I'm gonna go. I need to go there.
Because it's quite a distance as well. If you wanted, it's actually like a holiday lodge place as well. They've got all lodges there to stay in.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a cracking place. It is beautiful.
Stunning place. You can see why people have weddings there. But it literally is in the middle of a lodge. Yeah, no, there's lodges everywhere. Because
definitely sounds like somewhere that's going to make me squeak, don't mind.
Well, I think it's one of these places where you don't have long enough to investigate, you know?
Yeah,
because you get so
I think
much
time flies
stuff.
there. Time definitely flies there.
Yeah. You get all these bits and pieces happen, and then when you're driving home, you're thinking, "Oh, I wish I'd have gone back there now." Or
I wish I just had another half hour in that room and maybe just an extra half hour just in that one there. It'd be great.
Yeah. It's always the way, isn't it?
That's when we thought that person had gone past.
Yeah, when we were standing in the room, weren't we, at the back? Yeah. Because me and Jen were standing in the like a base room, which is
there as well.
Yeah, Julie was doing a talk, like the first talk. And myself and Jen were standing next to the doorway, and like Jen turned, and I turned because I thought someone was walking out.
I thought someone had walked behind me.
So I'm thinking, why are they walking out? So I've looked, sort of gone out behind them. There's nobody there.
That's what happened to me in Shepton Mallet.
Yeah. I wonder if Tan's still in the chat. She will verify this. The owner of the paranormal group we were with, she was stood out the front. You know, you got the steps that go in through that lovely big sort of like big doorway.
Yeah.
She was stood there and she got pushed off the top of that down the steps into the gravel.
No. Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if that was the same one that came past me and Jen. It was like, I thought someone was going out because they were unwell, and I sort of followed them out, and I went to Jen. There's no one out there. She said, I just saw someone walk past us. And I did. But nobody there. So, very, very intriguing place. That place.
I wouldn't say there's like a negative energy there, but there definitely feels like there's quite an angry sort of energy there.
Yeah. Tanya's put, it's why I keep going back. I live 20 minutes from the history of Bournemouth, Paul, and has a lot to do with a local history. It is a great place. It you know, it's probably one of my highlights of the year, really, going there. So any other comments?
No, I think we've done them all.
Okay, so Zoe and Kev, where can people get hold of you or look on your website if you want to promote your websites and stuff for us before we go?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're on facebook.com/Western Supernatural for the moment. Eventually it'll be just www.westernsupernatural.co.uk. That'll be our website. And I think on YouTube, I think you just do a search for Western-Supernatural and you'll find our channel.
Yeah.
We'll try to keep it simple.
Yeah. Where are we? Jamie, but how can people get onto Ghost Dragon Investigations?
We're pretty much the same. We have our Facebook page, which is Ghost Dragon Investigations, and same on YouTube. Just go through YouTube and we're on there under the same name.
Cool. Liam, how about you in Highland Paranormal? So anybody on here is up in Scotland, give Highland Paranormal a shout. I'm sure they'll have something. So how can people get hold of you, Liam?
Yeah, we're highlandparanormal.org on the web, and we're just Highland Paranormal across most social media platforms and YouTube.
So give them a follow. They're really interesting content that goes on there, I must admit. I do keep closely following all of you. Very close, myself and Andrew and Jen. We follow everybody. So, who have I missed? Graham? You still there, mate?
Yeah. I mean, can you see? I moved into the other room. It's a lot better than. Yeah, I got a little story about the castle. If you want to hear it?
Yeah, go for it.
About a couple of years ago, I suppose, or a year and a half ago, me and a couple of mates went up the castle at night time, and at that time, right, they were doing repairs on the tower, and they put a metal fence around it, like a security fence around it, stop people going in the actual tower inside. It's just a security fence made of metal, like mesh.
Yeah.
And I was up there, and I set a camera up by the tower, and I set a video camera on a stand up there, and just to record if I could catch anything on the camera. And after a little while, I decided to move the camera to another position. So I stopped the camera, but I had my voice recorder running at the same time. Well, in between me moving the camera from one spot to another, on the voice recorder, I recorded this fence being hit by something metal, like a metal stick, or it could have been a sword, it could have been anything, but it was a metal object hitting this fence. It was making a real loud sound for about 30 seconds. From the time I moved the camera, it did it in that time. Just something hitting the fence, or rattling or hitting it. It was really loud though.
Was it like something running along the fence, Graham? Or
no, just somebody hitting it. Just somebody hitting it.
Wow.
That was like I recorded on the voice recorder, but it was in between me moving the camera, turning it off to put it back on again. It was in that time. It was doing it, hitting this fence. Wow. And anyway, last year, I think it was last year, or early this year, I was up there. Well, I've been up there loads of millions of times up there, and I actually mentioned when I was in the tower, I said about this occasion when the fence was being hit, but it had been taken away. But at this point, it was taken away. They took it all away, and I said, "Could you hit the fence again? Could you just?" I just like the sound of a fence being hit, right? But there was no fence there.
Oh, wow.
But I recorded it hitting, being hit. Only about 2 or 3 times, but you could hear this mesh being hit with something metal. Same sound it was. Yeah, but there was no fence. The fence had gone. They'd taken it away.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. That was amazing.
That's incredible. I mean, that's at Luggershall Castle, isn't it?
That was, yeah, everything's up there. That's a hive of EVP activity up there.
That's your 2026 go-to.
That's my only place. I tell you, I would only go there. I think I've got some sort of rapport with the spirits up there. I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
That they trust me and they can respond to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody else does it. I've never seen anybody else up there doing anything. Only me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'm the only person that goes up there to investigate. So maybe they're so used to me. And our dog. Yeah. They say his name. They know his name. They've said his name. My dog's name's Harvey. They say his name. They said my name quite about 4 or 5 times, or more than that, 5 or 6 times now. They've had my name said. They are. I'm sure they are. It's really weird. I mean, I can go up there, I chat away. I don't do anything special. I walk around. I just ask out. I just talk normally.
Yeah.
I say what I'm doing, what I've been doing, and I ask stuff, and I get responses. Little
brilliant.
Little words said, and just like somebody's walking with you, talking with you.
Yeah.
But not all, every so often they'll sort of butt in with a word or something like no shit. words like that. Terrible. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, nice. That's why I go there. I just love it.
Dora, what have you got planned for 26?
Hey.
What have you got planned for 2026?
We're doing some more paranormal events.
Yeah. We've got some things in the pipeline, haven't we?
Yes, we got a few coming up.
Yeah, so we're just doing the last bits and pieces on that.
Yeah.
Luke, what about yourself, mate? What are you up to in 2026?
Yeah, quite a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
One every month usually.
One every month. You must be made of money, mate. That's all I can say. Anyway, Angela, any other comments or anybody want to say anything else?
Yeah, if I may, we're hosting a private investigation sleepover at Shepton Mallet Prison on the 3rd of May. It's strictly paranormal teams only by invitation. If anyone here is interested, I'll just go chuck it in our chat. That's information in the chat there. If anyone here is interested, more than welcome to join us. But I need to know sort of end of February because we've got to pay the bill shortly after that.
The joyous bill.
The joyous bill.
Are they allowing you to film?
They said we can film for our own personal use, and but that does include podcasts and live feeds and things like that. Not for commercial.
Because I know that Shepton are getting a little bit funny on filming now. I don't know why, because it's all PR for them at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, the more people film and like promote it, surely more people are going to come and want to do it.
Yeah, we found quite a few venues have started doing that now. They want like 500 quid recording fees, which is I think is ridiculous. I mean, it's not cheap as it is.
No, it's not.
I mean, we're talking if you. I mean, I got a good deal with them, but if you wanted to put the filming fee on top of that, you're close to £2,000.
I know, it's ridiculous.
So I've had a response from them, and I have got it in writing that we can do live streams. We can do it for our private teams, but we're not allowed to like film documentaries to sell, that sort of stuff. So they are quite lenient on that.
That's good.
And we're thinking about setting up a room in one of the shower blocks. Sort of like a personal experience room. I've got like studio lighting and cameras, and people just go and then have like tell us what they've experienced and things like that. Which of course everybody will be entitled to that footage as well. So so we thought just do a massive collaboration.
Nice.
But yeah, we've got very limited spaces. I think half the tickets have been taken up already. But yeah, if you're interested, I've put the information in the chat.
Yeah.
Cool. Obviously, first come, first served.
Yeah. Excellent. So if you're interested, all the teams are watching on here. Get onto that. Kevin at Western Supernatural and UK. There's 20 spaces left. So any teams that are looking to get to Shepton Mullet, go with a great team because you won't be disappointed.
I shall speak to the team.
So there's no egos either. There's no I'm the only paranormal investigator in the village. None of that rubbish.
No,
I can't deal with that.
No
egos.
Yeah, we've had a few of them, I'm afraid.
Oh, yeah, we've had to readjust our team a few times.
Yeah,
yeah.
Liam, do you get a lot of that ego driven in your up there in Scotland?
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's taken a long time to get the right folk, and
I gotta say, I've been quite fortunate with my team. We're just one big family, and Angela's seen what we're like. We're absolutely bonkers, and we just bounce off of each other, and it just works perfectly.
Cool.
Yeah, it took us a while, but we got there in the end.
I think we're there now. Like,
absolutely.
Baz takes the banter quite well now, I think.
Yeah.
Takes a bit of a battering, doesn't it? Your pride, and then once they've left the team, you can change it, can't you? Yeah, we've had a few of them, unfortunately, of us.
I've come across so many patronising people. It's ridiculous.
Destroyed everything we've done. You know.
Yeah. Especially the medium turns around and go, "Oh, you sensitives, you won't understand." And it's like, all right.
Yeah. I just normally go quiet when they say that.
I try.
Usually the best way.
Yeah.
I try to bite my lip sometimes.
Yeah, I try.
It's difficult sometimes, isn't it? To sort of
sometimes think, "Oh, did I just say that out loud?"
Whoops, sorry. Anyway, so if you could all stay on just after we start, and then we just want to say myself and Angela a big thank you for coming on. So everybody watching, so we hope you've enjoyed our look back at 2025 with some great teams that we've met over the year. Ghost Dragon Investigation, Western Supernatural, Dora, Luke, Graham's brilliant EVPs, and Liam from Highland Paranormal in Scotland. So if you're ever in Scotland, give them a shout. Go get on the investigation with them. So it only remains me to say, have a great Christmas and a happy New Year. And please all be safe from myself and Angela over the Christmas. Don't drink too much. Well, drink a bit, but not too much. And then we'll all see you in 2026. So only remains me, like I say, a big thank you from myself and Jenny and Angela for coming on tonight. And we'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Merry Christmas all.